My name is Dr. Eric Moore. I am a former teacher and a career professional educator. I am a community member living at 37918 and the parent of 7 children, 5 of whom are or would be enrolled in Knox County schools this semester. I am not able to be with you in person because I am following the guidelines for quarantining, having been exposed to COVID-19 from my daughter, who is a student at Gresham Middle School, and it is from Gresham Middle School that she must have gotten COVID-19 because she has no other avenue of exposure right now. Knox County Schools has continued to fail to follow the guidelines set forth by the CDC, the American Association of Pediatrics, and the Knox County Board of Health, and the medical experts from St. Jude Children's Hospital and our beloved Knoxville Children's Hospital. They have continued to make decisions that are contrary to those set forth by health experts, virologists, epidemiologists, effectively representing an education institution, saying that we shouldn't really listen to scientists about science, health experts about health. This continued failure to respond to those calls from people who know much better than us is a dereliction of duty. Those of you who have voted against such measures, specifically Ms. Horn, Ms. Bounds, Mr. McMillan, Ms. Henderson, and recently, Ms. Christie, are standing in the way of the best scientific knowledge of our nation's top health experts, pediatricians, and epidemiologists. Your decisions are causative of many of the problems that we are now experiencing in our schools, in my case, at a very personal level. Let me be clear, members of the school board, Bob Thomas, members of the central office, Governor Lee, state representatives, none of you are qualified to make health decisions for our children. That is not an insult. It is a recognition of the fact that you do not hold medical degrees and are neither scientists nor health experts. The act of leadership involves actively seeking the best solution, communicating, and giving supports as individuals take steps to make positive change. In this case, it would be listening to those who are knowledgeable about school safety, for example, the CDC, AAP, and Board of Health, and doing the hard work of making those guidelines a reality in our schools, passing the buck among other school leaders, and worse, to parents, is not leadership. It is a failure to lead in a time of crisis. I am not calling specifically for mask mandates or any such measures. Again, that is not your responsibility. Rather, I am calling for you to go back to the commitment, the wise commitment that you made on April 14th to follow the guidelines as set forth by the local Board of Health, which interprets CDC guidelines considering our county's current circumstances. You, as a board, made that commitment, and you have since abandoned your commitment and disingenuously passed responsibility onto parents who have no control over the system into which we are sending our children. While you may not be health experts, you are critical members of the professional learning organization, Knox County Schools. Obviously, we cannot separate the health crisis from its impact on our children's education. We have more children out due to illness, including COVID-19 illness or exposure, than at any time last year. In addition, we have far fewer resources available to such children and their parents than at any time last year. Those two facts are due to your choices. If, as Governor Lee to Bob Thomas to Patty Bounds have said, you are concerned with learning loss, it is in your power to create measures that will slow it. Rather, to this point, you have made things much worse. Between 12 and 20% of our children are out every day right now. And when home, they are given worksheets to make up independently. As an educator, let me be clear, that is not education. That is what learning loss looks like. And it will keep happening until you take up the mantle of leadership and do the hard work of finding facts, communicating clearly, and taking action. In addition to your commitments to follow Board of Health guidelines in our schools, which currently include universal masking, advanced cleaning, and transparent contact tracing and reporting, We call for you to make a plan for teachers and for children who must be out due to COVID illness or exposure, and for potential short-term closure or conversion to virtual school as needed during times of extreme spread, like right now. In doing so, you have several models to follow from school boards and surrounding counties. As a parent of children in Knox County schools, I want to see that plan for the sake of our community, our wonderful teachers, school administrators, staff, and our children. You cannot go back to August to set us on a better track, but you can vote now to make changes that will protect our teachers and our children. You can now take up that mantle of leadership and do the hard work of learning, communicating, and supporting change. I urge you to do so, or to resign and make way for those who can. Thank you.